Hi there. So I'm going to do a little video. As always, I'm ad-libbing, so I'm hoping that I will be able to make my points in a succinct way and in an understandable way without rambling. So bear with me. But today I'm going to be talking about emotions and how to respond to them. And this is a conversation that I've been having a lot lately. And so I figured, hey, why not throw it out there as a good reminder to some of the people that I work with, but also just in general, because I think it's really good advice and things to think about. And it's not coming from me, it's coming from trainings that I've done, particularly internal family systems, if you want to look it up, and also just how I've learned about how we manage trauma and how locked up emotions and negative beliefs about ourselves actually perpetuate the intensity of the trauma if we can just kind of work through to start to see that we have value, we have worth, and we are good enough just as we are. So when it comes to emotions, it's such an important thing to kind of learn and to know, what do I do with these, especially when they're really big, especially when they're really intense. And I'm going to be particularly just really focusing on how we handle our own emotions. Okay. So we've been taught for varying reasons that we should or shouldn't feel certain emotions, right? And it's not out of malice that we learn, you know what, don't cry, be happy, don't get mad, stay calm, right? That mad is bad, sad is bad. It makes other people uncomfortable. Worried is ridiculous. Like we kind of learn. Happy is good. Hopeful is really good. Excited is good. Calm is good. So there are no good or bad emotions. Okay, emotions are just feelings that happen if you have a brain. So if you're listening to this, you have a brain to be able to comprehend this. Therefore, you have emotions, and none of your emotions are bad or good. They just are. Okay. And often, what I tell my clients, and I've heard it somewhere, but I don't know where, and I've been saying this for a long time now, is we want to welcome our emotions as if they are wanted guests. Okay. We want to welcome our emotions as if they are wanted guests. Okay. So I'm going to give you an example. So if we were to talk to our friends about their emotions, the way we talk to ourselves about our emotions when we're not welcoming them as wanted guests, it would be something like this. So let's pretend you're just hanging out, totally calm, having a good night, and all of a sudden your friend that you care deeply about is knocking on your door. Okay. And they are just crying. They're a mess. Okay. You aren't going to be like, okay, go ahead now. I don't want to deal with this right now. Like, you're being such a baby. Like, grow up. It's not that serious. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't want to hear you right now. Right? Like, that's what we do when we're feeling sad. Oh my gosh, why am I being like this? I'm so dramatic. I'm so sad. We're not going to tell our friends that they're being dramatic and that they are being a baby and they need to just buck up, right? Hopefully, we're not saying that to our friends. We're going to bring them into our house, right? And we're going to sit down with them. We're going to say, what do you need? What happened? Talk to me. Okay. We're going to be there and we're going to listen. We're going to ask them what happened. We're going to ask them what they need. And we're going to sit there and we're going to try to help them feel better. Okay. So when we welcome our own emotion of sadness or anger or anxiety as if it's a wanted guest, we want to bring it in. We want to understand, okay, where is this emotion coming from? This part of me that's feeling very sad, how can I welcome it in, be curious about it, and treat it like it's a friend, and care about it like it's a friend, right? So it doesn't mean that we fully just become absorbed by the emotion. We don't let the emotion overtake us. We don't act on the emotion. Just like our friend, as if our friend is crying on the couch, more than likely we don't all of a sudden just start crying hysterically with them and become so overwhelmed with our own sadness because we took on all of theirs that we no longer can help them anymore. So the same thing goes with our own feelings. We don't want to blend so much with our sadness that we are so overpowered with it that all we feel is sad, because it's just a part. Okay, that's where it comes from. This theory, this therapy that I practice in, is internal family systems. It's this belief that we as ourselves have separate parts, okay? And that self is the best off when it's in control. So if a part is sad, we welcome it in. We give it compassion. We extend it curiosity. We understand why it's there. We don't overwhelm ourselves with it. Just like if your friend was crying, you would not just all of a sudden start crying along with them, most likely. Or if your friend was about to go, like wanting to just go beat somebody up or get in a big fight, or was gonna is screaming about something they're mad at, you're not gonna all of a sudden be like, yeah, go punch them. Yeah, you're gonna like be like, okay, hold on. What's going on? How can I help you calm down? You're not going to tell your friend that they're crazy, that they're stupid. Well, maybe you'd be like, okay, that is crazy, but hopefully not in a condescending way. But you're going to help your friend understand, like, wow, of course you're that angry. Of course you're that angry that X, Y, or Z happened. And what can I do to help you? You're not going to go out there and start fighting with your friend, right? You're going to help them calm down so they don't do something that they're going to regret. Just like when we get overcome with our own anger, we often say or do things that we regret. And then that leads to other uncomfortable emotions that we then have to welcome in as wanted guests. So welcoming your anger. Okay, what's going on? Why am I feeling this angry? What triggered this? And how do I extend compassion to that? How do I help acknowledge this pain and this frustration and this emotion without letting it act, but also without letting it feel dismissed? Because dismissed emotions, if we did not welcome our friend in, if your friend was still outside crying, they are going to feel horrible. They're going to feel like they don't matter. They're going to feel like they're not worth anything to you. They may cry louder. They may start to yell and call you names for being such a jerk of a friend, for not letting them in and helping them, right? So we need to bring them in, because otherwise it's going to make things worse in the long run. So my hope for you is that you can just start to invite and introduce this idea of welcoming your emotions in, even the ones that make you uncomfortable, as if they are wanted guests, and treat them as if they are your dearest friend who is experiencing this exact feeling. Okay? So take care. Bye.